Recording in progress.
Hi there, and welcome to this comprehension exercise. This is all about Beauty, the guide dog. Let's read this together. So Mr. Shaw was a volunteer for a centre which trained suitable dogs to help blind people. He had heard that a local breeder, Farmer Burns, had a litter of 5 pups. He decided to visit to see what they were like. The next day, they met. "I hear that you have 5 new pups on your farm," Mr. Shaw said. Farmer Burns smiled. "Yes," he said, "they are all great little pups." Mr. Shaw said, "I would like to buy the calmest one in the litter. I want it for a very special reason." Farmer Burns allowed Mr. Shaw to see the 6-week-old pups as they cuddled up to their mother. Both men decided which was the quietest and calmest of the pups and agreed that Mr. Shaw would come back in 6 weeks' time to collect her. They decided to call the pup Beauty because she was a beautiful looking dog. Mr. Shaw came back again when the pup was 3 months old. He took her home because he wanted Beauty to get used to living with people. At first, Beauty behaved like most pups. She chased around the house frantically and then almost instantly fell into a deep sleep just like a baby. She chewed slippers and the legs of the chair because her new teeth and gums were sore. She occasionally had an accident and wet the floor. However, as she grew older, she learned what was acceptable behavior in the home. Next, Mr. Shaw took Beauty to puppy walking classes. Here, she learned to socialize with other dogs as well as to sit, stay, and come. The hardest part was getting her to walk at heel on a lead without her pulling. However, practice makes perfect, and eventually learned to do exactly as she was told. After several months of training, Beauty was awarded a Kennel Club Gold Award for her excellent behavior. Mr. Shaw took Beauty everywhere he went. He took her to shops on the railway station, to the library, and even to the church on a Sunday. The pup grew up into a very strong, intelligent, and obedient dog. After 12 months, Beauty was turning into a very well-behaved dog. Mr. Shaw realized he was becoming very fond of this dog, and he was dreading the arrival of her first birthday because he knew what would happen then. When Beauty's first birthday arrived, Mr. Shaw took her to the training center in order for her to become a guide dog for the blind. He loved Beauty, but he knew that she was a special dog, and the day had come for them to part. Beauty was to be trained by expert dog handlers to be able to guide a blind person. She was to become a blind person's special friend. Mr. Shaw had mixed feelings. He knew Beauty was going to do wonderful work, but he was very sad to see her go. Beauty was so clever and intelligent that she learned to always stop at the edge of the pavement very quickly. She learned never to run after cats or other dogs in the street. She could sit through a meal in a cafe or a long bus ride without disturbing anyone. At the end of the extensive training, she was ready for a special task in life. Peter, a man who had been blind from when he was a boy, was introduced to Beauty. He was allowed to take Beauty home. Beauty and Peter soon became good friends. Beauty guided Peter safely everywhere he went. She was even allowed into the supermarket when Peter needed to buy his groceries. All the hard work had been worth the effort. A month later, Mr. Shaw went to see Farmer Burns again. What a fantastic story. A beautiful puppy turning into a guide dog and helping out the blind. Have a read of this task in detail, and then you have some questions to answer, and good luck with these. Thank you.